Hey there, Jessica Peterson here. I spoke with Brescia earlier and she thought you should be the one to get this video. So I'm super excited she accepted it on your behalf because I'm going to go over 3 strategies you guys can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference for your business. We've applied these exact same strategies with over 50 other restoration businesses just like you guys, and it's made a huge difference. I do have a little bit kind of confusion because I was calling Altitude and she had given me email for 𝙊𝙪𝙀𝙫𝙪𝙧. And when I looked up the phone number, it does register to Altitude, but 𝙊𝙪𝙀𝙫𝙪𝙧 also has a website, so I'm not sure if you guys are one of the same companies or if one owns the other. But what I'm about to show you on the Altitude website is the exact same thing that are the issues here on 𝙊𝙪𝙀𝙫𝙪𝙧. Okay, so both of those websites, neither one are getting any organic traffic to your website, which means that you're missing out on 60 to 70% of jobs every single month by not having the strategies I'm about to show you in place. Okay, so please feel free to take this information, run with it, and start today so you can start driving those leads and getting those jobs. Okay, so we're going to talk 3 things. We're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. So here we are on your site. I noticed that you have a home page, a meth page, and that's about it. So when we're talking content, we're missing most of the fundamentals of what is required on your website. You must have a separate page for every single service that you offer. Google does require that. And then this homepage here should be a summary of all your major services. I know that you do offer water damage, mold, fire, but it looks like your preference is for I can't even say the word. To take care of meth and drug lab situations, restorations, which is fine. So when we're talking content on your website and your homepage here, this homepage is actually the most important page of your entire website because it ties the entire website together. All of the pages, blog articles together in a nice little bow for Google so they can kind of understand what you guys are about. The same thing goes with this website as well. You have to have separate pages for each of the services you're offering. Now, when it comes to content, there's different forms of content. There's videos, there's images, and you want to make sure those images are optimized with your local keywords. Notice this just says restoration. That is not optimized. So 99% of people, when they are searching, they're not going to search by your company name. They're going to search by the service that they actually need. And so you need to be using local keywords for those searches. So they might be looking at meth decontamination, Colorado Springs, water damage, Colorado Springs, Colorado Springs mold removal. So those are the types of keywords you need to use, and people search differently. So you want to capitalize on the various ways they search to bring as much traffic as possible to your website so that you can convert them into jobs. And so all images need to be optimized with those local keywords. But the written content as well has to have the same thing. So we need to be focusing on local keywords so that Google knows the area that you're serving and the types of services. Google uses a crawler, which goes and scans your website. It looks at all your pictures. It looks at all the content on your website to try and understand what your business is about, what type of services you're offering, and what customers that you serve. Where do you serve? And so when your content doesn't have that, you don't have the proper pages, you're not able to show Google what it is exactly that you're doing and where you do it. Not having those pages, you're not able to focus on the keywords related to those services. That helps Google identify that. Okay, so you're missing all of the really important key details on your websites to be able to get Google to bring people to your website. Now, if we look at your top competitor for meth, and not meth, decontamination, I don't know why I can't say that word. For this service in Colorado Springs, we have Colorado Restoration Experts. If we go to their homepage, let's see, I like they have the click to call phone number. We've got to be mobile friendly. That is a ranking factor on Google. We can see they have more written content than you guys do. Okay, you need at least 1,500 words or more on your homepage. If your competitors have 1,500 words, you need to go after 1,800 or 2,000 keywords, because when we're competing with our competition, we always have to be doing better than they're doing. So these guys have a lot more content than you guys, so you're going to have to do more than they're doing in order to be able to outrank them, okay? So they have a fairly decent website, so you just have to do better than they're doing so that Google can index you for keywords and your customers can start finding you online. If we look at restoration and water damage, ServPro here is your top competitor. And they're a franchise, but they're also easy to beat because franchisees are not allowed to modify their pages. They get what they have, so they cannot do their own strategy that would actually be more beneficial to them, and you guys can. So you guys have an advantage, so all you have to do is better than they're doing. More content, more dialed in keyword strategy, more long form blog articles, and those blog articles allow you to add new fresh content every single month, which Google absolutely loves. Okay, so content is key. You need a lot of content, and we got to have more than our competitors and really dial in that keyword strategy so that when your customers are doing a search like they would here, your business would be one of the first ones that pops up. Now, when your customers do a search, there's generally 3 different areas on the homepage of Google that you could show up in or have high ranking in. And usually that's going to be ads, which could be either your local service ads like these, and cost per click, which can be really profitable as long as you have your foundation set up with the right type of landing pages. If not, it could be a really poor ROI. Now these next 2 sections are even more important because they get the bulk of the traffic. So this section here is your Google Map Pack. You want your Google business profile to be in the top 3 for each service you offer, because 30% of people come straight here and they don't go anywhere else. So if you're not listed as one of these top 3 companies, then you're leaving money on the table and you're sending each of those jobs to your competition. So in order to get in the top 3, you do have to optimize your profile, but then you have to go out and get citations, which are listing the name of the business, address, phone number, and website, and putting those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Angie's List, House. All of those are great citations. You need more of those than your competitors, and every single one of those are sending additional signals and information to Google to tell them about your business, services, and where you offer them. So it is also really important for you. And this 3rd section here is the most important section. This is the organic section. This is where 60 to 70% of people come. They will skip over the ads, they'll skip over the maps, and they come right here. So you need your business to show up here when they do these type of searches, okay? If not, you're leaving 60 to 70% of your jobs on the table every single month. So in order to get here, your websites, it all comes back to the foundation of these websites, having them properly built and optimized with the right type of content and keyword strategy, and then supporting it with Backlinks SEO. So this program tells us how your website is performing. We can see here that Altitude Restoration has a 0.3 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, and that Laverne's also has a 0.3 in Google's Trust Flow. So you guys are, both websites are in the exact same position. This means Google doesn't trust your website, and that's because partly the content and quality of the website, but more so the power you're sending to your website. Like all the tools we use, your website also needs power, and we do that with backlinks. So you need a lot of backlinks. You need more than your competition, but it's important to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. You only want to be going after the good quality, do follow backlinks that are mostly related to your business. Sure, we could go out and try and get backlinks from high-ranking sites like Pizza Hut and Burger King, but you guys don't sell food. And so even if you got those would actually hurt you more than they would help you. So we only want to go after the good quality ones that are most related to your business. So those are coming from websites of other home service type businesses, vendors, magazines, anything in your niche, okay? And once you get more of those, the score goes up. Google is going to boost your website higher, and it's going to help you rank your keywords. Right now, this site has only been indexed for 7 keywords, and you have 0 traffic coming in. And the other site has also been indexed for 7 keywords and has 0 traffic coming in. The sites are in the exact same boat, and you're not ranking for any keywords. There's 10 spots per page on Google, and there is not even one meth-related keyword even indexed. So you're missing huge opportunities here for the services you're offering by not having these systems and strategies in place. Now, if we look at Colorado Restore, we're the top for the meth. They also have a low score, which means they have a lot of spammy links here. So we only have to beat the good links. They've been indexed for 70 keywords. They're only getting 19 people to their website, so super easy to beat. But they have been indexed for meth-related keywords, and that's why they're ranked higher than you. If we look at ServPro, their local area also has a low score, but because their entire website as a whole has so much power, it's able to push that power. And so they've been indexed for more keywords, and they're getting over 1,100 people to their website every month. And when we look at those keywords, we can see that they are ranking in the top positions. And so they have all of these good buyer intent local keywords, and that's what's driving this traffic. Okay, so yes, it is absolutely possible to beat each of these competitions. All you have to do is follow the strategies that I've given you today. So please feel free to run with it and apply it on your own if you'd like, or if you'd like a partner to help you get there. Contact Peterson SEO. This is our specialty, and we specialize in working with companies just like you guys. So feel free to reach out, ask any questions, reply to my email, or give us a call, and we would be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon.